Buddy Podcast, baby. I'm a buddy. He's a dude.
And I'm a dude, and he's a buddy.
Danny Martinello and Jarrett Campbell coming at ya.
We're here live in the mix on the cut. Not live, pre-recorded, but you know what it is.
Pre-recorded. It's Sunday night. It's a gloomy day here in New York. And if you ask Danny right now, it's a gloomy weekend.
It's a gloomy weekend, miserable prick, Jared. I think the roles have been reversed here, and I got my BK crown of sadness on, as well as my don't fucking talk to me sunglasses on.
Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody? Why don't you walk them through what you just enjoyed at Burger King?
I had a two junior Whoppers. Had a 2 junior Whoppers with the one that I tried their fiery chicken. New fiery chicken wrap. I like the chicken wrap. Wish I got 2. At this point in time, I could probably eat 4 of those junior cheeseburger or junior Whoppers, not even care about them, and then dummy 3 more of those wrappers, and then probably go into a full chicken sandwich, because that's how I'm feeling today, buddy. I could eat so much garbage, not care, feel really bad about myself even more, and then, like, you ever watch that Foxcatcher, the movie Foxcatcher?
Sure have.
When Channing Tatum is like trying to self-sabotage, and so he starts eating all the cakes and all the food, so he can't, because he's feeling like a bad guy, and so he overeats just so he won't make weight, and his brother had to come in and shove the fingers down his throat to make him throw up. I feel like that's where I could be.
All right, so I guess I'm the brother then. So open wide, Daddy. Dude,
put your fingers down my mouth and make me make weight.
Here it is, okay? It is rainy. We went to the Yankees game today. It was my first time at Yankee Stadium. It was delayed an hour and a half because of the rain. Just let me say 1 or 2 things here. First of all, out of the gate, fuck the Yankees. Fuck Yankee Stadium. Fuck getting to Yankee Stadium. Fuck getting inside Yankee Stadium once you're there. And
while we're saying fuck their little their braided pretzel sticks.
You didn't like the braided pretzel sticks?
I didn't like the braided pretzel sticks, and then they go, oh, yeah, okay, mustard's over there. And then I'm like, sick, can I have a container? They're like, no. I'm like, so what do you want me to do? This loose braided folded over bag thing, and then they're like, we can give you a box, and I'm like, yeah, so I can put my mustard in a corner.
And what's wrong is the pretzel broken? Did we have to reinvent the pretzel? Can't it just be a fucking actual pretzel shape? Does it have to be?
Oh, and you figure too, there's going to be a bunch of Italians in that thing. You think there would have been like a garlic cheese, like almost like a garlic knot, but it was just a straight up braided pretzel.
And by the way, Yankee organization. You got how many fucking World Series wins, and you don't even have cream or milk with your coffee at your stand? They didn't even say they were out. You guys just said you don't have it. We're like, we got black coffee and we got sugar. All right? You had fucking Derek Jeter. You've had fucking A-Rod. And you don't have half and half?
You can't even give us a nice 2% milk.
People wonder, Danny, why I don't like the Yankees so much.
Why don't you like the Yankees so much?
Because they're division rivals with my Toronto Blue Jays, Danny. So I've been watching the Yankees, for the most part, kick us around for the last 15 years. So the Yankees have had some really good fucking teams, but so have we. And do the Blue Jays suck this year? Absolutely. Will they suck again next year?
Most likely.
Absolutely they will. So am I a little bitter right now as the Yankees take first place in the AL East and get ready for October baseball, which is one of my favorite fucking things to watch, October baseball.
That's probably like the only time I'll watch baseball is in October, unless it's like I'm at a game live. Never really was like a baseball person.
No, you're not a baseball guy. Well, it's hard when you're from Edmonton. You don't have a baseball team.
We got the Edmonton Trappers.
A lot of the
now we got the Riverhawks.
Most of the good baseball in Canada comes from the West, in Alberta and in BC. Mostly BC, but it starts in Alberta. That's where all the junior guys play baseball.
Yep.
That's where all the elite programs are.
The elite programs.
But if you want to, take in a basketball game or a baseball game in Canada, you gotta go to Toronto, baby. Not Toronto.
Toronto. I'm getting flack for saying Calgary the way I say Calgary.
I called you out.
Had a viral or a little video, get some little heat from a podcast I did, and everyone's saying I'm an industry plant. And
I said it first.
It's getting worse now too, because they're not only are they saying, oh, this guy's like Letterkenny, and then I have to redirect them to the K. Trevor Wilson video. They're going, this guy's not even Albertan. And that's really grinding my gears.
Because I guess Albertans, I learned that because I used to say Calgary. But now
At the end of the day, it's like
Calgary. It's
really?
the same with Toronto. You can tell if somebody's talking about Toronto. If they say Toronto, they're not from Toronto.
No,
We
no.
don't say the T. And in Calgarians, I think, say Calgary.
Yeah, I say Calgary, but I say Calgary.
Well, fuck them anyways.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Fuck 'em.
Fucking second city.
Fuck Calgary. Fuck the Stampeders.
But
You know what? It was nice, though, to go to a ball game. It was nice to see our friends.
It was fun like that to go to see
We
the
had
ball
the Canadian
game.
contingency there.
And we had William Hannigan in from London, so that was nice to see him too.
Our friend living in the UK was here, so we had a nice group of dudes. I hadn't actually been to a baseball game this year, which is the first time I haven't been to a baseball game in. I can't remember the last time I haven't been because in Toronto,
All complaining
I go all the
aside,
time.
though, it was a very good game.
it was actually a good game. We were playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are not a good team, and I put a little bit of cash on the Pirates, and I expected the Pirates to get dusted, but I did it out of principle, Danny. I did it because I wanted to have a stake in the game. It's the last game of the regular season, and I will not.
You couldn't bet on the Yankees.
I'm not cheering for the fucking Yankees.
I don't know, because you just said we were playing.
What?
You said we were playing the Pirates.
Oh, no.
So
it's happening.
It's happening.
It's fucking happening.
Slowly, you are going to turn into a Yankees fan.
I've been to Citi Field here, which is where the Mets play, and I really like Citi Field. I think it's really nice. I think Yankee Stadium just has that lore to it. There's a lot of history there. I think it would have been cool to go to the old Yankee Stadium.
I do like how the Yankees don't have like names on the back of their jersey. I like how they have that, and I also like how they have like small town, like little rules, like no one can have like long hair. They have to be clean cut.
I hate that shit. That's what fucking Lou Lamoriello did when he came into the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. Nobody could have like a fucking beard or long hair. I'm like, what are we doing? You're playing sports.
It's
you're telling a
hockey.
22-year-old fucking millionaire who plays a professional sport that you're not in the fucking military.
Or you're gonna tell like these Viking Swedes or like these
to
Nordic
cut it off?
to the Nordic guys to get rid of their beard to play for the Leafs that are never gonna win a championship for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, well now, and God bless him, because I love Austin Matthews, but if you look at the history of teams with American captains in hockey, and it's few and far between that they win, but we brought in that big Canadian captain, Jonathan Tavares, and that didn't do
anything.
Sweet fuck all for us, did it?
Nope.
So, anyways, it was nice to go. We got a little rained on. It took us about 40 minutes to get in their stadium. You know, it holds 46,000 people, and they got 6 gates, which
Six gates,
seems
completely
normal.
brutal.
Seems fucking cool.
And it's almost like because you don't want to get I got that TSA clear or whatever arrive check that you can go through it. But it's like, okay, you're not even like the only reason I would get that now is just so I can skip a line in the Yankees game, not even the airport, because the airport lineup's long because everybody's got it.
And we got a voucher on the way in. Very kind. We got a voucher on the way in. I believe it was because of the delay of games. So we get 2 free tickets next season to a select game. If I had to guess, it's a select game with select seats. So I think that one day next year we'll be enjoying the Yankees versus the Chicago White Sox in the 400s.
Yep. And that's all right, but I don't know. I
just love going to a ball game. Though.
Yeah,
I really actually do love going.
It's fun and
to
it's a
baseball
good
games.
environment. I don't know. It was like if you look at it, okay, everything was nice. We got a 2-for-1 ticket. That was pretty sick. We got to see our friends. That was nice. We got to have a Diet Cola.
It was a good
we
time.
Got some pretty sweet cups. So I guess if you look back at it, it's pretty good.
I think what happened here, Danny, is that you have come in with you're a little down and out today. I
woke up went to bed a little sad. Woke up a little angry, and then I was like, well, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go meet up with my friends, and then I got caught in the rain.
And then you told me, you're like on the subway on the way back here. You said to me, you're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a little role reversal on the pod today.
Role
it's gonna be me down and you up." And I said, "Why the fuck do you assume that I'm going to be up?"
Yeah,
it's yin and yang.
Watch on my check-in too. I'm probably gonna be still sitting at the 1 point.
Why don't you check in right now,
buddy? I'm a 5.
Yes,
I'm a 5.
Yes, finally, we got you down, baby.
5.
New York, the Big Apple took a bite of Big Danny. Finally, we got him down to a 5. He's never been south of 6. I don't even think this guy's been south of 7.
That's why you got the beefcake crown of sadness on here, and then you got my fuck off. I don't want to look at you glasses.
Oh,
that's what I'm wearing right now.
You said those are fuck off, don't talk to me, and fuck off, don't look at me glasses. Unfortunately, we have to get through this fucking pod, Dan.
Well, not to you. You can always.
Thank you, sir.
Hey.
Very kind.
There you go. A little flash of the hazels.
Danny, I don't
By
like.
the end of this podcast, I would like to be back up to a 7.
I don't like.
And none of this has to do with you.
No. No. But I don't like celebrating you being a 5. It's just refreshing to know that somewhere in there.
Oh, inside of me, there's a miserable prick. I get it from my father.
Well, we all get it from our father, but it's more so that I think
and you could
it's
tell
nice
I'm
to be
also moody.
swimming in the mud together for a day.
I feel like I'm drinking. I'm a angry, disgruntled line cook right now, drinking out of his little liter or whatever the fuck you put the chopped onions in.
You should have a little green piece of tape on there that says "sad sack of shit."
Yeah, right there. And I'm gonna open up a sandwich shop in Chicago and call it the Bear.
Ooh-wee. So you're 5, Danny.
I'm a 5.
You want to elaborate? Is there anything?
There's some things maybe we can discuss later on in a future podcast.
We did have an event this week.
We had an event this week.
With the details we need to clear up before we talk about it.
Before we need to talk about it. It's nothing that's like...
it's not crazy or anything.
It's not crazy. It's not something enjoyable to share. It is, like, I guess, kind of a funny story if you look at it. But... I would just say getting stuck in the rain today of waking up like, okay, I'm going to go meet up with my friends. And then I decided to take a city bike because it was a little bit of a patsu, a little bit here, a little bit there. Japanese saying.
I've not ever heard that.
Yeah, patsu. It's a little bit of here, a little bit there. When it's that mist, that's what they say in Japan.
Like when the weather is like that?
Yeah, when the weather's patsu, a little bit here, a little bit there, when it's like a little mist. So it was like that, and then the weather app said it was going to change up. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to pay $30 Uber to take longer. I'm not going to take it as an hour train, but it was a 20-minute bike ride. So I'm like, whatever, I'll use a city bike. As soon as I get like 3 minutes into the city bike, boom, just starts pouring. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm going to make it there. And then I get there and I get 2 minutes away. This is the thing, right? I was going to go meet up with my buddies that were in town. They're 2 sober guys. And then they were going to go to like an AA meeting. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll go, I'll check it out, right? I'll bike over with you guys. And then I get there and then I'm soaked. And I'm like, there's no fucking way am I going to go to an AA meeting just drenched.
That's exactly how I would have liked to see you at an AA
yeah,
meeting.
I don't want
Can I speak? Can I speak?
I have a problem.
You share your shoes?
Does anybody have any dry clothes? Yeah, so I didn't want to go like to that, and then I just biked home, came back, and then I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Been fighting it for a while, and then today it just creeped up, and then of course when you're down and out, the voices like to talk as loud as they can. So those have been raging in my head, and all I want to do is get better.
Hey,
that's all I want to do today is get better, and little things are starting to piss me off where they always come in. I wanted to have a nice glass of coffee, and I didn't have as much cream as I wanted to.
What is this, Yankee fucking Stadium?
Exactly, buddy. Hit me with a fucking bat. And then just little things started pissing me off. Little rumbles from back home started bugging me too, and then all these other things. But I at the end of the day, you can count your blessings because it could be a lot worse. I could have got struck by a car and then be soaking wet on a city bike. Severely could have not enjoyed the game, but I enjoyed the game. It was good to get around other people and that kind of stuff. But just I feel like a very miserable person today.
Yeah,
very miserable person.
You don't seem it. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys that I'm probably hovering around a soft 6. Okay. It has been a bit of a weekend here.
It's better to be a soft 6 than a hard 6.
To our studios, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's some fucking...
There's a little play we can have.
There's a little play there.
There's a little play.
There's a little patsu.
Patsu.
As it were.
Little dick here, a little dick there.
As it were. So, yeah, soft 6. But I think that even though we didn't want to do it, we did get up. We did go to the game. We did see some friends. So that was nice. That was nice to see them. I enjoyed took a bit of a shift from my regular ritual at professional baseball games, which is generally like 7-8 King cans of Budweiser, and then running to the bathroom every 30 minutes, and then trying to catch those guys at the 7th inning stretch right before they do last call. So this time I had a nice big cold cup Coke Zero. They got that right. They did that right at Yankee Stadium, and they gave us these 2 little
soda.
We have 2 collectible cups here, which are I got the Cooperstown series, which I'll be damned, it's got every World Series that the Yankees ever won on there, and I'm torn, Danny, because it's just got to be the best water cup we have in the house now for bedtime, right? You
want but it's a good one.
But that can't be a good end to my day. and start to my days drinking out of a Yankees
You
cup.
got to look right at it and see how many times they won.
I might shave it off like the serial number on the pistol I acquired.
Another thing that fucking pissed me off too was when I went to go get the pop. Sorry to cut you off.
Nope.
Speaking of this, I go, "Oh, can I get a pop?" And the guy's like, "What?" And I go, "Can I get a pop?" And he goes, "What do you what? Like what?" I say, "A pop, a soda." I'm like, "What the fuck you call it in this country, man?" And then I had to slap the Coke Zero. I'm like, "This thing." Can I
He
get
should have
this
known
thing?
what a pop is.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, bro. Okay, you can get that." And I'm like,
I realize not all Americans say pop, but they do say pop in America.
Yeah.
It's not like that's not like how every single time
"Well, it's
I
funny
gotta
though, 'cause
hang
they
one, I look at somebody and I say, "Hey, where's the washroom?" And they
Yeah.
look at me like a fucking dunce.
Well, and it's like
and I have to correct it to bathroom.
It's also stupid too because it's like you say pop and they go, "Oh, you mean like a soda pop?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude. What other pop? Like, you know, can I get a fucking chin shot?"
Why don't I take 2 steps back and let you guess back there for a minute what the fuck I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Popcorn?
Popcorn.
Damn it! I know.
We can't even cook a popcorn today too because we're out of popcorn kernels.
We're out of popcorn kernels. You know what, Danny? I might go get you a nice big sack of chips here in a bit, okay?
I'd honestly love that.
I think we're going to have a little couple snacks tonight.
we
I
have
think
to have
we're
some
going
snacks. Oh, here's a little positive thing for me. I got a little half ice cream in the fridge too.
half ice cream. I personally dusted a whole pint around 1 a.m. in my bed last night, and God, I got to tell you, I didn't get to sleep till 3. It's the second time it's happened. I think it'd be amiss for me not to acknowledge that perhaps eating a pint of sugar right before you go to bed, it doesn't allow you to go to sleep right away.
No,
It doesn't.
no, it won't. It will keep you up.
Vivid dreams.
Keep you up, and then you're like, "Oh, I should brush my teeth," but then your
You have
teeth
to
feel
get
a
up.
little bit fuzzy.
You have to get up and brush your teeth when you're done. And now, you know, lights are on and you're in there and you're moving. And
Sometimes
you're
when I
shaking.
eat too much of the ice cream, my fingertips get like staticky.
Oh, wow.
That's
really?
how, yeah. That's like not like they just feel like they got little energy bolts in them, and then that's how I know I got too much sugar in my
I
system.
think clutching that ice cold Coke Zero in the rain today made me just frigid at that game too.
All right, shivers all up my back.
Yeah, that was,
Chivers. You ever have chivers going up your back?
never had a chiver.
You ever have a chiver?
I've had slivers and I've never had chivers. though.
Chivers is chili shiver.
A chili shiver.
Yeah.
Does it need that, or can it just? Is that not the same thing?
Well, I just accidentally messed up saying shiver. I thought you were
saved
gonna catch it.
No, you say no. I did. You know what, Danny? I think
You've
what
been letting a lot slide,
think
and I think you're acclimatizing to my
I am.
my lingo.
Acclimatizing.
Acclimatizing.
I think that what
Acclimating.
you're seeing. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
But I'm letting you figure it out now,
Yeah.
instead of just bullying you.
Sometimes it's like my brain works too fast for my mouth,
That could be the problem.
or my mouth is too fast for my brain.
You had a little one on the subway today.
What did I say?
Well, so you had a friend of mine who ordered a T-shirt. Long story short, and the T-shirt.
Oh yeah,
The T-shirt says high energy on it, right? And then Danny looks
says
at me in
it-
the
it's
subway and he goes, yeah, but they spelt high like you're stoned high. And I'm like, Danny, that's the only way to spell high. And he goes, no. And I'm like, Danny, it's not like hello high. I'm like, that is how you spell HIGH is how you spell high. And then Danny just went internalized for a sec. In fact, I think that might have been one of those moments that really bugged him today. Because he goes, no.
I like
No.
that. I liked it because it was like, oh, I'm feeling normal.
That was a nice
You know,
Dannyism.
it was a- yeah,
good
yeah,
Dannyism.
It, was,
But
it felt normality came about me at the end
But
of that
in-
train ride.
in terms of the slippage where I'm not necessarily catching as much coming out of your mouth, I think today what it is that you're a dude and I'm being your buddy. And when I did hear you say chivers, and I thought maybe if ever there was a time I'll let it slide. Because, you know, I don't want you to bite my nose off.
I won't bite
like
your
a
nose
fucking
off.
Saigon whore.
Oh,
Don't
jeez.
do it, Danny.
I won't do it.
You know what else I think is bothering
I'd
you?
scratch your eyes.
There's something bothering you that I actually think has been bothering some of our listeners because they keep bringing it up to us, and we have failed to give you an update.
We don't know where he is, and that's what bugs us.
Fink
man.
is gone.
Fink is gone.
Fink the rat that infiltrated our apartment months and months ago and would visit us every single night, and he'd come for the chopped cheese wrappers, he'd come for the chicken bones. He is no longer here, and
we've been laying food for him in anticipation.
Yeah.
We've laid a clear little. We took away the mouse traps, and now we have a clear like, come, eat, yum, 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 feed, Fink. And he hasn't came around.
And the reason for that is, at first, of course, like anybody, there's a rat coming into your house, and he was contained. He was no, that's not true. He opened the door and entered our actual
That's when we
full
drew
home.
the line where
And
we
we were
said,
like,
okay,
Fink, not cool. But
Yeah.
but there was a time where we were like, okay, there's a rat in the house. That's really bad. We can't have a rat in the house. But then eventually we came to respect Fink because he came every night and he was quick and he was pretty
quiet
clean for the
He was
most
pretty
part.
quiet, too.
He did knock the garbage over a few times, and the time
But
that
he probably just got excited.
the time that he entered the kitchen, which means he opened the drawer.
He opened it.
Opened the cupboard, came in, fucked around, and then he
Opened it again.
opened it back up
Went
and
back in.
left, which is like a gentleman thing to do. But we were putting high protein peanut butter in the mouse traps, and he kept setting off the mouse traps. So our theory was that
got dinged in the head
he
and
kept
then-
eating but that he kept eating the high protein peanut butter. He was getting stronger. He was getting smarter. And certainly becoming more efficient in getting in and out of our home. We still never actually got eyes on him. It's interesting. But Danny, yeah, go ahead. Your theory on him
My
is...
theory is that
I like it.
he got a little, he got concussed because a couple of the traps snapped off, and then I heard and
Hit him
I was
in the
like,
head.
oh shit, did we get him? When we looked, traps were there, and then he was scurrying and running around. I think he got a little bit of a head concussion.
Went to bed.
Went to bed after he kissed his little mice, son and daughters on the foreheads, and then
Whom he was just trying to feed, by the way.
and then he kisses his mouse, or his dirty rat,
Dirty
wife.
rat wife.
and then he never woke up, and she's probably like, squeak, squeak, squeak,
Yeah,
and
trying to
then
wake him up.
she
Poor
got a dead
Finkler.
husband. But then also you look around the side, man, there's so many dead rats
And
that
she
have been
hasn't
like run
figured out-
over.
She hasn't figured out how to get in here. So yeah, we think we lost.
Oh no,
Fink.
because she's a stupid dumb rat.
We think we lost
Woman rat.
Fink to a concussion. Yeah, double negative. That's a bad roll of the dice. Being a woman and a rat.
A rat woman.
Oh.
Instead of having your balls dragged down and she's got your
No, I'm-
swollen pussy from all the other rats getting in you.
Oh, Jesus, you think she's getting drilled by the rest of the rats?
Of
You think
course,
she's a pack
man.
rat now.
Yeah, she's a dirty little pack rat.
Jesus
Sitting on the
Christ.
streets in New York City getting swindled by a couple of them ugly ass fucking half air bit bastards. Fucking dirty little niblets running around the streets.
Oh man, that's
Good for nothing, dirty little niblets.
that's a 5 talking right now.
Yeah,
Holy
bro.
moly.
I'm trying my hardest, man, but I'm just a fucking
but-
miserable prick right now. And another thing that bugged me was I was reading all this shit, dude, and it's like there's a zoo in China that's just passing off these like pandas, but they're not pandas. They're just dogs painted as pandas, and it's like another thing where you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I don't know
Like
why that upsets you. I think that's fucking awesome.
Well,
and
it's
hilarious.
awesome, but it's also like, well, yeah, it's funny, but it's also just like, okay, there's another shitty product China's
you
putting
bring
out.
you bring your kids to the zoo and you're looking at all these pandas and your kid's like, oh, we saw pandas today. You're like, yeah, we did. And then after you put
And
them
then
to
the
bed, you go to
panda's
your
going,
wife and you're like, you know, those were fucking dogs, right? We paid to look at dogs today.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, whatever. They still think Santa's real.
Yeah, I mean, I like that though. They're painting because I mean, a panda in no way is the same size.
Yeah, they're like
As a
little
dog,
Well,
it's
it's
like-
like funny, but it's also just like, oh man, like I don't know, for some reason it just griped me.
Yeah.
I was like, because imagine that you're going to the zoo and then you're like, oh, okay, look at this. We're gonna go see the panda exhibit, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna see a nice little couple cute pandas rolling around on their buttocks, eating some bamboo, smiling as can be.
But really, you're
And then-
looking at tomorrow's dinner.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking at the Schweshwan puppy chow.
Oh no.
Just
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. Yeah.
You did it.
I did.
You
That's
did
why
it.
I'm saying
you
no,
did
dude.
it. I didn't do it.
I did it.
You did
I
it.
did it.
For Christ's sake, you thought they'd take them plain to Haiti.
I know, but can I just for one moment? I'd like to just go back to Fink just for a moment if I could.
Okay, all right.
Because we will properly memorialize him.
I think we have to.
Because our plan for Fink was we were going to finally get a proper rat trap. We were going to trap Fink.
We're going to trap
And we
him.
were going to take him on the train. We were going to bring him to Times Square and we were going to release him. Because we don't think Fink ever saw the big lights.
never saw the
He's-
bright
he's
lights.
He's a Brooklyn rat. He comes out at night. It's all low-rise buildings here. You have to think that the music during the day scares him.
It would have been funny if we took, that spinning thing where in the middle and they all take the pictures of you while you're spinning.
Get Fink on the spinner.
Get Fink on the spinner, hold him up in the
man,
trap.
That's good content.
And then we go and we show him the Krispy Kreme factory downtown, and
I'd like to do it, and
we might even go on one of those Portuguese sardine packing plants. The sardine
my
store.
Girlfriend showed me this thing, which is at 3 minutes before midnight in Times Square. All of the advertisements and billboards flip over to show like art, like short video. Like
We could have
just
showed
art.
Fink that.
Fink would have loved that,
He would have loved it.
and that's kind of like when he wakes up. is around 11:56. He
we
came in
look-
for lunch every now and then, but
we go, look, Fink, here, isn't that? We put our face close
bite your fucking hand. Yeah.
through the cage, just get in your ear.
Yeah, let's not assume that respect was mutual.
Get me out of here, you fucking cocksuckers!
I think it would have been nice for Fink to see the art before we put him down. Not put him down, put him out there.
him out there.
Someone was going to put him down. That's what happens out here. It
Yeah,
really
as soon
is.
as we release him, some crackhead just jumps up, bites the back of his neck, screams "Splinter," and runs away.
Yeah, you got to bite them before they bite you. That's
Yeah.
kind of the New York way. Bite or be bit.
Bite or be bitten. Today I'm bit.
You're bit, dude.
I'm bit.
You're a bit fucking unpleasant to be around right now. I don't mind it. I
Well,
don't
now
like
you
it.
know how it feels.
We got Monday Night Football. As soon as we're done here, or Sunday Night Football, we're going to watch the Bills and the Ravens.
Ravens
It's okay,
play.
Danny. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna snap. You know what?
This is good.
Snap
Vipers
out.
are off. There he
Vipers
is.
are off.
Show him the dinner plates, Danny. Look at that.
It's a lot brighter in here when you don't got your sunglasses on at 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Still gonna keep the crown of sadness on. Oh yeah, there you go. Walk around the store like that, eh, Mr. Officer Campbell?
I know what you're talking about now. Fucking, ooh, these Vipers. Like,
I'm
dude,
telling
I feel
you,
like
dude.
fucking Blade
Here,
right now.
Check this out. I'll put them in sport for you.
Please. Wow, fuck. Oh, now I can go for a run around the condo. Right now. Holy fuck.
Go for a run around the condo.
I'd love to put Crocs and Vipers in sport mode and just go for a fucking run, dude.
with a cigarette lit in your mouth.
Dude, that feels awesome.
It does.
I also, yeah, you're right. It is kind of sad in here, though.
You look like the guy that says license and registration and then finishes it with a hard R.
I look like the guy that says license and registration, and then when you reach for your wallet, I shoot you.
He's got a gun! And then you just shoot him. And then his wallet falls out of his
Yeah,
hand
and then I go, oh.
I swear to God, I thought he had a Glock.
And then I wipe my gun and I put it in his hand. I wrap his hand around. I press his print and I say, he grabbed the gun out of my thing. But then I realized my body cam was going the whole time, right? And so now I have to scramble the bot. I don't how do you go about that? Is it like a live fed into somewhere? Or do you got to
think once
return
you
your little
press it-
chip at the end of the day?
like once you press it, it's also like super funny too, because like a lot of people don't like the body cams, but it's like because sorry to interrupt and adjacent to another conversation here, but Edmonton EPS police officers are starting to get their body cams, and everybody's like, no, we don't want them, but I'm like, I want them.
They're only now getting them in Edmonton?
They're only now getting them in Edmonton, but it's going to be so funny, and
It's going to be a lot easier to be a Native American in Edmonton once those things have to be on. Holy shit.
yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I
Dear
think body
Lord.
cams are sweet because it's like a good video. But what
Can
you
I
would
get
have
a-
to do is I'd have to come in as the officer, your other buddy, and then I'd stand behind him, and then Weekend at Bernie's him.
Do you mind if I hit a vape in the
Hit a
Vipers?
vape in the Vipers.
All right, moment of silence while I vape in the Vipers.
Yeah.
Just hits different, dude. Right to the balls.
It does.
Right to the balls. By the way, I'm about a third of the way through Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking book. I'm reading a page a day for the next 2 years because it tells you to keep smoking the
Let
entire
me have
time.
a haul of that too,
Yeah,
eh?
please.
I was going
And
to
if you
grab
would,
it, but it was a
Danny-
little too close to your dick.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm getting through that book, and then once that book is done, it says I'm guaranteed. There, you know what's really funny about this book? On the front, it's the quote that they use is Ellen DeGeneres. If you want to quit, it's called the easy way. Ellen DeGeneres, who got
That's also
control. She got force quitted out of Hollywood.
That's actually what she said to her interns.
I did watch. That's right.
If you want to quit, it's called the easy way.
I watched
You coward.
the first like 5 minutes of her special, purely out of like, let me see what this miserable prick is doing now. And it's, first of all, she looks sad and angry.
Buddy.
Ellen, like she looks like this.
I was just gonna say,
She
imagine
doesn't look like a kind
that's
person.
that's a face that I wouldn't like. It would be terrifying just to see her angry.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then she's yelling, frothing at the top of her lips.
You can really visualize her being like a horrible,
Yeah, bro, she
horrible
looks like
person.
Darth Sidious.
Yeah, not good.
Senator Palpatine when he decides to go evil and
And I'll say this.
implicate Order 66. That's what she said when she fired all of her staff.
Yeah, no doubt.
Implicate Order 66. I want them all gone.
Oh, you think a big red button? She had to lift the plastic. She didn't even have plastic over the nuclear hat.
No,
was
she
just
had
ready
that.
to go.
She had that switch
Oh,
like
the crank where the floor comes out. And
yeah,
they fall like
yeah,
Austin Powers.
yeah.
Here's the lever.
No, but I watched the first 5 minutes and First of all, I'll say this. I think her first line when she comes out is the crowd is there is a crowd. It's like a full theater. They're cheering. I think 2,500 paid extras. So I think that they're paying to be there. But she comes out and she's like, "Oh, it sounds like you guys still care." And then her first like 3 jokes or so, although not good, I don't think she wrote a word of it.
No.
I don't think she wrote that stand-up special. When was she out? In what clubs was she working that out in? Of course she was somewhere working through that set, but I guarantee she has a handful of writers for that, and I bet they were fired the day that it fucking aired.
It was like when shitty like trades job guy tells you, like he's like, you're fired before you hit the ground, so you can't get like EI or you can't get like workers' comp or anything.
Yeah.
He's like, you're fired before your pen hits the paper.
Oh, dude. That's I love the old, I mean, you know how people are always trying to get to, you have to get to a certain point, right? To collect your pension and shit. And then you have people that can absolutely destroy your life.
Does she just get fired on the second last day before you get your full pension?
But they can't just fire you because that's like a big package though, too, right?
Oh,
they get packaged
severance
out.
package.
So there's a way. I think you have to like do this. You have to be manipulative and pin somebody, like just prod them and poke them until they lose their mind.
Yeah.
And then they're fired with like caught, like where it's like
it became a hazard to the workplace.
They went postal, as they say. You
well,
know?
I mean, that's all part about being a 1%er is you get to fire whenever you want.
You ever been fired?
Yeah.
What'd you get fired from?
I got fired from a pizza place when I first moved to Toronto. Was because
Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto.
It was because we were talking about knife safety and how you can't leave knives in the sink when you're washing them and all that shit. And then the guy was like, "Okay, well, you can go ahead, man, and like go home early. It's all good, dude. Like, don't worry." I go, "Yeah, I still got some dishes to do." And he's like, "No, it's all good." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I left, but I had 3 blades in the sink after he just finished saying that. And his like #1 pizza cook guy sliced the fuck out of his hand, reaching into the sink, cut it all. And then I walk in the next day and he goes, "Yeah, Danny, I don't think you really need to go back to the change room here, buddy. This is for you." And then he handed me the envelope of like the 2 days' pay. And then he goes, "Yeah, I mean, you left a knife in the sink, so I got to let you go."
You should have been promoted for that. All you did was fucking, he taught a lesson. And then all of a sudden, it was put on display right afterwards. Drove home his point.
I was so sad.
He should have honestly been like, "I left those knives in the sink, and that's what happens when you do that."
Zaw Pizzeria it was on Bloor Street.
That had to be bad.
And then I was actually really good pizza.
Zaw Pizzeria?
Yeah.
Is it still open?
No,
never heard of it.
And then I would always go by there to make sure it was still open. And one day it was closed, and I was like laughing. And
Someone left the knives out.
Exactly.
Someone left the big knife out.
Yep.
I got fired from the first job I ever had. First job I ever had.
What was that?
Pumping gas. You know, I was petroleum transfer technician for most of high school, right?
Oh, yes. And then before you went to the Chapmans.
Before I went to Chapman's Ice Cream. But I ended up landing at another spot. You know, it's like I got cut from the team, but then I got picked up by a better team. You know what I mean?
Went from what, a Husky to a Shell?
Oh, no.
You went to a fast gas to
I
a
went from an Ultramar to an
pump?
Ultramar, buddy. It was actually quite a lateral play.
Yeah.
But I had a little more freedom at the other one. I could smoke closer to the pumps.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could jerk off into an oil pan in the back. There's a...
Sorry, why is this oil one of the sifts? Your sift seems to be sealed with some kind of plastic at the bottom.
It was wild because that place, they didn't really have a read on things, and they had this old farm diesel tank, which is like the one tank off to the side that had the
you're working at a gas station in buttfuck nowhere,
the old
Ontario.
crank
You think
pump.
they're gonna have a read on a lot of things, bro? A lot of the people at the employment couldn't even read themselves.
I used to trade farm diesel for bags of weed. Dude.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
a diesel for diesel.
Yeah, you have guys coming with a skullet in a fucking like 1967 truck.
Yeah, he's Canadian. He's got a Confederate flag.
100%, dude. 100%, man.
He's walking up to you with a Hurley shirt and a Confederation
It's like
flag.
a guy from Ontario with an Alberta flag in his truck.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but I would no. So, anyways,
That's how you know he's a good guy.
The first place I worked for, I got hired, and it was like this old Indian guy that hired me. It was one of those, like, it was a real family operation, but they had outsiders work the pumps.
How did he
full serve?
How did he sound, Jared, when he hired you?
You got the job. I'm turning into Danny. I won't do that. That was it. So
Come on, Jared.
You don't want to hear what he sounded like when he fired me, though.
It's always funny because it's like when you go to do an Indian accent when you know you shouldn't, the head starts to pre-bobble before
and
your
the voice goes low. That's where me and you differ. If I ask you to do it, your voice goes up, and you'd really bang it out. You tell me I get smaller, and I go quiet. And we both, whatever. Yeah. So I got this place. This guy knew you couldn't trade weed for gas at this place. He knew every fucking penny and I mean that down to the penny. If you were short $1 after like a 6-hour day of pumping gas, he knew about that dollar. He knew about 50 cents. It was crazy. And one day
he knew about 50 cents. You're like, yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying, great album.
Yeah, dude.
Where is this?
Okay, we're flirting. So no, but I was right beside a beer store. The gas station was right beside a beer store, and one night it was a Friday night. And I was going to hang out with my friends. I had the big fucking Chevrolet Lumina van there, the one that looked like a dustbuster.
Okay.
You remember those? Looked like a literal dustbuster. It was like just a huge piece of shit. But it became we called it the rocket ship. My friend.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And then it had the side ones where the mirrors were, or not the windows were bigger triangles. And it had the whole heads up.
Yeah, because a big sloped front.
Yeah.
And kind of squared it at the back, but. I was going to party with my friends, and there was a beer store beside it, and one of these like old dirty fucking hicks came in that I love those guys. Dude, the people you got to talk to on a regular basis when you're working at a gas station in the country is phenomenal.
That was like my inner city liquor store.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, but this guy came in, and I took out 40 something bucks from the till to get for this guy, this old dude, to buy me, I think I was 16. 15? 16, because I had my license. And I got him to buy me 2 cases of Lucky Lager, buck of beer.
Damn great beer.
Buck of beer.
Damn great beer.
Terrible beer.
Oh, it's a damn
It was
good
like
beer.
Carlings. We call them race cars because you had to drink them before they got warm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Lucky Lager's actually just kind of, everybody always has said it's Molson's off drafts out in Victoria.
Yeah, it's runoff. It's swill. But I got him to buy those for me, and then at the end of the shift, my intention was, because I knew that they'd know the money went missing, so my intention was I had to go to the ATM after, take out $40 and put it into the till.
Yep.
And I just forgot to do that.
Yeah.
And I got canned because I'd already been missing $2 here, $2 there.
It appears to be you just stole $40.
I did. Well, no, 100%. I stole 2 cases of beer, more or less, and then I got fired. I was up, in my mind, girl math. I'm up 2 boxes of Lucky Lager at that point because I didn't have to pay for them, and then I got fucking. I was a free agent, and I got picked up at McGee's
Gas Bar.
McGee's Gas Bar. That's where I told you when I got sick one day, and I was sitting inside the diner, and my buddy's aunt came in and started doing a holistic healing on me.
Oh yeah, it's a
I was
little
all sick,
Reiki.
and she was waving her hands all around my head.
I
and
love
she's
it when, like,
do you feel better? And I'm like, I feel infinitely worse.
And they
this
go
is
like this,
so
they go-
weird. Yeah.
Oh, you hear that burp? That was
The devil.
bad energy. Bad energy.
Oh, the devil. But, you saged this place right
I
before we
say
started
shit.
the
I gotta
pod.
do anything. I'm not gonna lie, dude. As this night goes on, I'm feeling a little bit better. This podcast.
Because we have to talk.
You gotta talk it through and all this stuff, but I don't know, man.
I like to think this podcast makes some people feel better.
I hope it does, and I apologize for you guys listening. I know I'm supposed to be this beam of light for all people and things, but sometimes the light just feels a little dim inside, and I guess you just gotta,
Sometimes when you feel the darkness tugging,
Yeah,
you
you
just
just gotta
you just gotta do a trust fall right into the blackness.
Well, that, or you just gotta like turn the light down a little bit, wait till you get some more whale blubber, and throw it back on there till the lantern's lit a little bit hard.
Well, speaking of whale blubber, I mean, not really a whale, but you were telling me about these.
Yeah, I've been
we're
researching
dolphins.
a lot of things.
We're dolphins, Danny.
We are dolphins because it said that a nice, interesting study, and that's what makes me feel like dolphins are like a higher breed of like a marine. Well, they are.
They're intelligent.
They got a massive brain, and they always remember things. And
Big cocks on them too.
They do.
They fuck people,
and they get fucked
They're
up.
known to forcefully fuck people.
And they're known to like get fucked up on puffer fishes and shit, and get all cranked up, and then they got all hard and horny and start around the sea.
But what's the fact? What's
The fact
thing?
is that two male dolphins they have a bromance, and they have they can follow each other for 15 years, and they hang out, and they help each other get laid.
God damn, that's poetic.
I think it's an awesome thing, man, having like a dolphin
And
buddy.
especially way in the ocean, which is such a vast fucking. And dude, you know what's crazy about that It's like you got a wingman here. You're going to a bar or something. Say you're in college, right? You got your buddy who ends up being your buddy for 15 years. You're out there. That's your wingman. You kind of know after a while what you're gonna find when you go to the bar. For me, for example, I would go to Dirty Dogs every Friday night, and you knew exactly what you were gonna find at Dirty Dogs.
You're
every
gonna
Friday
find
night.
a couple dirty dogs.
You're gonna find some dirty dancing dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and you find some. You
Couple skanky chihuahuas.
Yeah, you see someone riding the mechanical bull, and you say something like, "Who's riding who here?" You know what I'm talking about?
I'm riding you, cowboy.
And then you have 5 more whiskey sours. You go, all right. But what I was gonna say is that what is it? Is it 2/3 of the ocean are unexplored? So sometimes
that's where a lot
these
of
motherfuckers they might go out and get
where a
into
lot of
some real weird shit. some night.
UAPs are flying around in the water. Everybody's looking upstairs to the sky, but we all know that the actual
Unidentified flying objects, UFOs.
No, that's the old term. UAPs, unidentified.
Is that the
aerial
progressive term?
I know an unidentified aerial phenomenon.
And what are the pronouns for aliens now?
Me and
Yeah, okay.
and goop goop.
That's what it is.
I am a goop goop and he is a blap blap.
How dare you call me a goop goop?
I am a blap blap. Do not dead name me anymore. I am called Jack.
Yeah, but I do find that fascinating because the ocean's insane and big and scary. So
Well,
you
dude,
do
what do
need
you
a
what do you
partner,
what do you
man.
think's going on in Marina's Trench, bro? It's a base.
Is it Mariana's Trench?
Yeah, that's the band, right?
That's the band.
Mariana.
Mariana's.
What's going on in Marinara's Trench over there?
Marinara's Trench, bud.
Holy geez, thunder, boys and Christ, we gotta go see what's going on down in Marinara's Trench.
You ever been happy when you pulled marinara sauce out of a fucking bag?
Yeah.
Really?
What do you mean?
I've always been on the fence with marinara sauce because it's
And of a bag? What are you talking about? Like
when you get
place?
delivery. Yeah. And then you get I don't know, nothing excites me less than marinara.
What do you mean when you get
I want a
delivery out of a bag?
ranch, I want a Caesar, like you order pizza.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're just getting a bag of marinara.
Fuck no, dude.
Like a Ziploc of marinara. I'm
You
like, at
go
what
ahead-
point if delivery service is giving you a zippy of marinara? You're getting a little 1-2 from Gino down the street. Hey, what do you want? You want the extra basil? You want the girl dirty
Actually-
bolognese?
Actually, dude, if you're going to some place down here and a guy offers you a zip,
want a
fucking
zip of
marinara, I'm
marinara?
taking that. I want to have a look at what's in there. You know
Yeah.
that's mama's recipe.
Yeah.
Mama recipe.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm a very big fan of marinara.
You like marinara?
Yeah, or like I would get a marinara and a jalapeno ranch from Panago Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some marinaras is like gross. Like pizza's
Most of
marinara
it.
is disgusting.
Well, pizza is
Pizza.
is socks covered in pizza. Pizza's brutal, dude. I know I've told this on here before, but just real quick, there was that time that the guy in Toronto blew his head off at a pizza, which is like,
That's
hey,
like-
that's a dark day.
Come on, you might as well go to a pizziola and do it.
Well, I used to joke about it that that was the day that he was going to kill himself, and he's like, you know what? Maybe life is worth living. I'm just going to grab a slice of pizza and think this over. And he took one bite of pizza and said, no, fuck it. I can't even wait till I get home. I'm going to do it in this bathroom because everything sucks. And then he went in the bathroom and he killed himself. And this
you just hear the gunshot, and then somebody just thought a mop broom fell over, and
Yeah.
so his body's just
marinara all over the bathroom. But there's this dude, they didn't close the pizza. They just closed the bathroom.
Oh,
They just tried to tape off. I'm
something
pretty
bad-
sure
something bad happened in there. It's out
You
of
don't
order.
wanna
It's
go
out of
here.
order. Meanwhile, you got fucking Glenn. He's just dripping his fucking.
Yeah, man. They closed just the bathroom.
Well, that's
The
how
guy
you know
blew his
they
head off.
had to hit their quota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got to get those pies
Gotta
out.
get the pies going.
I guess Americans don't know what pizza is. It's
No,
a big chain in Canada.
It's
Big
just
pizza chain.
It's just a shitty pizza place.
It's brutal.
It's like, and if you're from out west listening to it, it's like the equivalent of 73, but 73 would be better.
Also,
And that's not saying much at all.
Is it bad? Quit banging on the back of the couch. You're taking it. You're banging on the couch. Here. You pinched me.
You dirty little bastard.
You dirty rat bitch. You dirty
rat
ear
fink
bit
fuck.
motherfucker. No, but this
I
is
really hope this is an all right episode.
this is good.
You think so?
I don't know anymore.
I don't know because it's our 21st one and we're 1%ers.
We're 1%ers.
We're AMC A-listers and we're
We
1%.
did it. We did it, guys. Listen to this. This is a stat in the podcasting world. Is that once you do your 21st episode, and this, by God, is episode 21, you are in the 1% of people doing podcasts because almost everybody quits before they get to 21. Why do they quit? Because it feels like this is nothing going nowhere forever.
Nothing going nowhere and it ain't going fast.
But we love the people listening. So here's
we like
deal.
the people listening. We actually like doing this. It's more therapeutic. And as I feel it, you know what? As I feel it coming on, crown of sadness
Crown
is going
God,
on.
baby!
The glasses have came off. The crown of sadness has came off. I finished my water. I hydrated. Maybe that's it, eh? I just haven't had a lot of water. Last time I kind of take a pee, whoo, it was stinky and real yellow. Like a light that you want to run.
So
That's what it is. Stinky. Stinky yellow light. That only means go faster.
we did it.
We did
It's
it.
a thing where we did it. We hit 21. We're not quitting. We don't want to quit.
We hit
actually don't-
21. This
we're
would have been
slow.
episode 20.
It's a slow, but
22.
what?
21.
Yeah, we recorded an entire
Recorded
episode with a
after-
special guest yesterday who we are going to have on
Back.
the pod again. And I don't want to say Danny because it was both of us because we should both be on top of this shit. Did not hit record on his microphone. So we
Nope.
did an entire episode with a friend of ours who we're excited to have on the show. And you guys are going to like great guest who has already told us on the way out. He's put the crown on. Put the crown on.
Goes back on. I can't reach it.
It's
Give me
okay.
Drilly.
No.
Give me Drilly. No. Drilly needs to go off. We need a Drilly. Give me Drilly. Give me Drilly. Give him a little. Drilly. Drilly needs to drill.
Put that right in your fucking nose,
But
dude.
imagine
Touch
just,
brain.
hey, imagine just taking this, putting your foreskin in there, tighten it up.
Giving her
and
a
just
zippity
dude. Oh my
I
god.
had never imagined that until now.
Yeah, dude, just right there. Grabs it like this, like a little Wally
pincher.
little Wally pincher.
The
Goes
DeWalt.
DeWally, and then he grabs it, and then
Yeah. DeWared my foreskin go?
where'd my whole cock get ripped off to?
Jesus. But listen, our guest will be back. We're going to do it
gonna
again.
be
That was our
back.
first major fuck up, by the way, doing this podcast.
In
We
21
haven't
episodes, we had one major fuck up, and that's okay.
You can't be a 1%er without some adversity along the
Well,
way.
exactly. 'Cause
So-
1%ers rule the world.
You cut it out.
I'm sorry, I'm just having fun again.
So we're 21. So we're 1%ers. And listen,
Hey, 21, that's legal age to fuck.
I think that we need to now we have to vote Republican because we're in the 1%. I want to.
Buddy, what do you mean?
Did he freak
what do you
offs,
mean
dude?
gonna have to
Did
vote
he freak
Republican?
offs? Yeah, I know, Danny.
Shit.
I want to be eating fucking caviar, baby. I want to be eating caviar. Now we're A-listers at the AMC Theater. We're 1%ers in the
back some
podcast
salmon
world.
eggs like bocce ball or boca balls or whatever.
Boca balls.
Tapioca pudding. And you have a bubba tea and
Well,
and it
Bubba
hits
tea ain't 1% shit.
bubble tea.
Bubba
Tea.
tea.
Bubba tea. That's
Bubba tea.
that's fucking the white Booker T and the fucking EMC.
Bubba tea.
He's a big old guy. He goes, "Can you stink it, suckers?"
I like that. We just finished the Vince McMahon documentary.
Yeah,
so we got
dude.
wrestling on the
Yeah.
brain. Watch the Mr. McMahon documentary, and I say, even if I didn't realize how I thought it was going to be a lot more just kind of about Vince and his brain, but it really is. If you were at any point in your life a wrestling fan, it is fascinating.
It's great.
It's a great doc.
Didn't realize how big of a.
And if you're a fan of psychopaths, you're going to like this doc too.
I liked it.
It's phenomenal. It's so good.
It's
and
done well.
I loved wrestling so much when I was a kid. Like that whole Mr. McMahon era when he was a real fucking crazy personality on TV was a big part of my life. So I really liked it. But even if you're not a wrestling fan, I encourage you to go check that doc out because it's just it's really well done. It really is. What I like about it, it kind of highlights how everything that Vince mirrored within wrestling was he didn't set trends, he followed them was his whole thing. In that whatever was happening in the world, he brought into there, and like the reflection of what was happening there was because the world was so crazy.
Well, the
at
crazy
that time.
cross promotion of everything from like when the MTV and
but
all
like-
that stuff, and then bringing Cyndi Lauper and bringing all the other big huge guests, having Mike Tyson come
But
through,
the
Donald
Attitude
Trump, all
Era,
that,
which
yeah.
was all people, as my father would call it when I was a kid, was smut. It was just
Yeah.
pure smut TV, and it was. Now I know what. When I was really obsessed with wrestling, it was the Attitude Era, and I was a kid, and that's what my parents were catching me watching.
Oh, dude,
and it was
know-
the dirtiest era.
I
of
was
wrestling.
telling my teachers to suck it.
Hypersexualized, like
Yeah.
it was. But then they put out that's what the '90s were too.
Yeah.
that's when things were. Everybody was kind of pushing the envelope a bit on TV and music videos, in movies. That was like the American Pie era. The MTV was banging, and it was super sexualized, and it was super. Drugs were becoming very popular, like in terms like that's when people really started talking about drugs.
Well, you
and,
had
like,
all the 80s. The 80s was pretty open, and leading from the 70s and all
but
that
I think
stuff.
it's when we started to get more connected. Like people started to have access to more information.
Oh, the internet
things.
was coming
The
along
internet
and
was coming
everything.
along, and there was just more TV channels than before. There was more specialized TV channels. And I don't know. It was interesting, and it's an interesting doc. And Vince McMahon is a fascinating person who's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
Big old creep. Don't remember that. I don't think that's how it is.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
really
remember
contradict-
that. Can't recall. Don't think it's like that.
they do this great thing in there where anytime they ask him something, he goes, "Nah, I don't think so." And then they cut to 4 different people being like, "Yep,
Yep,
yep."
Oh, I don't think that's. It's a character of me. It's played up, sure, but I think it's there. I'm completely different.
It is an elevated version of him, but it is him. 100%.
Yeah, everybody's like 100% that's Vince.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Vince, dude. And Vince is bad.
And I think you should watch the documentary.
Bad man.
Watch the documentary. What should we?
Yeah, man. Let's
get out of here.
Let's get out of here. We got some football to watch. I think we did something here. Something happened.
Something happened. We got some stuff.
But for real, that's 21 episodes. So we're still at it. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna do like 4 more episodes, and then it's gonna be season 2. But there's not gonna be a break or anything. We're just going right into it.
Going right into it. Might have a little different theme song
Yeah,
for
we're
you.
gonna switch things up a little bit, but it's gonna be nice. And we got some really cool guests coming up. I locked another one in today.
Did you?
I did. I'll tell you about it later. But yeah,
I think
man.
I know who you're talking
Things are
about.
good. We're rolling. Let's set our intentions. Get the fuck out of here. Let's watch a little football. Let's put
Yep.
this pod together. Let's get it out there. Let's start tomorrow. Let's
Start tomorrow
fresh.
brand new.
You know, we really okay. I'll set my intentions
You say
because
your intentions.
we fell off again as we do. Had a good week, and then Friday came around. Then Friday got gnarly, and then kind of fell off. We got here today. I was eating pints of ice cream last night in bed. I ate Burger King before I got on here. Tomorrow I wake up and it's right back to it. It's fucking eggs and protein shakes and chicken and the gym and reading that fucking book and writing. I need to really be productive this week because you know what, Danny, it was a really good week. You had a couple big shows this week.
I had some big. Yeah, it was a really good week actually. Besides,
You had some big shows that went really well. You can tell them about it in a sec about what you're going to be doing when you go home.
yep.
I got passed at my first comedy club here, like my first actual club here in New York, which is fucking exciting, and I'm really happy about that. So I want to take that energy and actually, I know we say all the time, I'm not going to drink this week. I'm doing sober October, and it's already started. So for me, so I'm not going to be drinking for the next month at least, and then I'm really looking forward to what happens when I don't drink for extended periods of time in terms of exercise and diet and all that stuff. Like it really all starts to fall together after a few weeks of when you really keep it going. So I'm excited
days.
about that. There's no part of me that's like, oh no, it's sober October. Like I'm fucking jacked for it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to just really being productive here and starting to, as I say all the time, work this new material that I'm starting finally to get because I'm less afraid to not just be showcasing every night. I'm starting to fuck around again a little bit. I'm starting to really love stand-up again. I've been loving it, but like I want to get back to just feeling like I have some creative freedoms up there that I have kind of taken away from myself recently. So that's the goal for this week and the month moving forward. And just to like, hey man, I'd love to be an 8.5. I don't know that I know 8.5, but I want to try 8.5 because 8.5 sounds good. And we can't be having 5s and having 6s running around this apartment
Can't
anymore.
be doing that.
So I'm aiming for 8.5 this week. I intend to achieve it. God damn it, Danny. I'm getting fired up just talking about it. Go ahead.
My My intentions going forward are to, put the last day and a half of misery behind me. We had a very good week, so I don't need to overshadow it with that. Did the 2 spots at the stand. Got my first spot pay from the stand, which is great. Did the Guys We Fuck podcast with Christina Hutchinson and Corinne Fisher. And so that was a very good week. A lot of fun stuff happened. Obviously, Friday was kind of a shit show towards the end of it. I'm gonna go back on the wagon myself here. I'm gonna rally up a good couple streaks here. Last longest streak we had was 2.5 years. I don't know how long we're gonna go for that. Maybe we'll go for 3. Maybe we'll go for 4. Maybe we'll go for 5. Maybe we might quit entirely again. I got the shows in Winnipeg. Winnipeg is going to have fun. I got a showcase over at Rumors to get my ass up in there. First time in Winnipeg. So it will be very enjoyable. And then I go back to Edmonton on the Sunday for a couple weeks. Gonna make love to my lady, nestle in her breasts. And can't wait to go and hug.
Well, you got a show in Edmonton.
Oh, yeah. And we got a show in Edmonton.
Oh, maybe you don't want to.
Whoa, wait.
You're trying to keep that secret.
We keep that secret under wraps. A nice little reveal for the kid. Coming
Okay.
to a big place. Big old theater.
A theater.
And then, so that was a very good thing, too. I had that plan for like 2 months in the making.
And you got it.
And then I got it. Everything lined up the way it needed to, and it was a fucking stellar ash time.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to go do that, and then we go to Mission Control in Austin for the end of October. So I'm on the road for about 3 weeks.
We got some podcasts.
We got
to
some
do
podcasts to catch up to, and I apologize. I apologize to you.
Don't apologize to me.
Apologize to you,
You
Jared.
owe me nothing.
I owe you an apology because I was a little bit of a stinky, sucky, susu lulu laga.
If you're looking for a backlogged apology for me for being a stinky,
No,
sucky
no,
lala for the
that's
last
part
5 months,
That's part of your sucky lala.
part of my journey.
Suki. That's what it was. I was being a little suki at the beginning of the pod.
That's okay.
And I was just very miserable. And I apologize to you, my fellow
We
listeners.
love you, listener, and
love you,
viewer,
listeners.
and anybody that's been supporting us. This is our 21st episode. We're pretty proud of that. And
21 weeks going,
yeah,
banging.
Haven't missed one.
Haven't missed one.
Won't miss one.
We won't miss one. We did this one exclusively for you. We said we could have maybe released it on Tuesday and have made some kind of hocus pocus bullshit thing, but we didn't because we're fucking committed to the cause. We're committed to you. We appreciate you guys. And whoever says I'm not from Alberta and that viral post or whatever, you can suck my balls.
Yeah, Calgary.
Calgary.
Go fuck yourself. But God bless you, and
God
God bless
bless America.
America. Ta-ta, motherfuckers.
Later, Gators.